Right. Hello, lads and lasses, and welcome back to Boys Down Under. And what a spectacular game that was. Seriously, an absolutely lethal performance from Celtic. Almost as good, if not better, than at the Tony Macaroni Stadium. It was that was a very, very classy performance from Celtic. And we're going to dissect it all right here today. Before we go any further though, please remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel. It is the best way to help support me and support the channel, so I'd be forever appreciative of you guys if you did that. But without further ado, let's get into it. So 3-0 at Tannen Dice. What a performance. Woke up 10 past 6, got ready for school, checked my phone, saw the lineup, as strong as I think we were all expecting. Bit surprised, however, with the absence of Jota and Abada. Obviously, now we know that Jota has a knock and the latter has been ill. So, still though, a very strong front three of Dyson, Gigi and Jamesy Forrest. But Celtic came out firing and looking for an early goal. We were sniffing around, having some nice 1-2s between each other. But Dundee United were stalwart in defence. Despite our high tempo, they were getting in our faces and not letting us get settled in attack and not really letting us see too much of the goal. But they couldn't stop the drill of Callum McGregor firing us ahead from a very, very cleanly worked set-piece play. I guess we could say it worked to how the players were expecting it to work, I believe. Obviously, little deflection, bit of luck, but still, you take what you get. And then that was really nice. Celtic went 1-0 up, and we sort of, I wouldn't say we dropped our tempo, but I say we didn't really get another good look in goals because Dundee United, their heads didn't drop. They stayed pretty stalwart. But it almost all went pear-shaped when Rio Hatate nearly got sent off with a very, very rash challenge. Yellow card was the correct decision with the replay showing it, but with Scottish refs, anything is possible. And, then we scored again. Limbs, but this time it was ruled out for a handball, and it was an excellent piece of play down the right hand side between Juranovic and JJ, but Juranovic and Forrest. And funny now that actually Baden got this decision wrong. So the new law of the game, if you're unfamiliar, it states that if there is an accidental handball immediately preceding a goal, then it will stand. The goal will stand as long as the player who didn't handball also scored it. If it was prior to it, it would stand. So really, we should have been 2-0 up if John Beeden knew the rules, but hey-ho, it's alright. McGregor, he nearly scored again. Nearly a minute later, he almost doubled his tally, but he narrowly missed the top corner with inches, I'd say. Not even inches, centimetres, but look, couple of other chances. Dundee were showing cracks. Dundee United had a lot of cracks in them, but Celtic weren't being clinical, and that was the issue. Despite our high-tempo, fast-paced Ange ball, it wasn't clinical enough in front of goal, and it's testament to Dundee, but it was also, I wouldn't say a concern, but something to work on in the second half. So look, second half begins. George's GIAKOUMAKIS is being tripped up from behind. I couldn't actually see my phone too well when watching this on the train. But I initially thought, I can't lie, I thought he was refusing to pass the ball off to Dyson Maida or to Forrest. I thought he wanted to take it for himself, but clearly he was brought down and fouled right in front of goal. So I do forgive him for that. And boy, oh boy, did I forgive him later on as well. 10 minutes later, to be exact, Dyson Maida, far too quick on the left flank, crosses it in. Siegrist, it's not a dangerous cross. Siegrist picks it up, but he drops it. Ben Siegrist, someone who I have praised on this channel, but prior to this, a keeper I've spoken very highly of on this channel, drops the ball stone cold. GIAKOUMAKIS in true poaching fashion latches onto it, puts it into the back of the net, sends us 2-0 ahead, and he was loving every moment of it. And I gotta say, on GG, every time he scores and he celebrates like it was his last. For a striker, you'd think that he would be used to scoring goals, but it clearly means each goal means a lot to him, and it's great to see because it shows the passion he has, not just for Celtic, but for playing the game as well. And look, I'll be honest, the game was surely over at that point. I know we were only 58 or so minutes in, but Dundee United just they were just off it. They had no answers to Celtic, and that was the way the game was going. And look, 2-0 up. Yeah, it was Dundee United doing niche. I knew we sealed our fate of Hampden already by that, but I didn't expect us to pour salt in the wounds. In the 87th minute, GIAKOUMAKIS picking up on a Tom Rogic flicked pass. Great to see Karamoko back in the pitch and back at his damaging best, I must say. He's driving forward, acres of space ahead of him, shoots, gets deflected. GG picks up the rebound, gets a toe to it, and it slowly dribbles or bounces as it was going into the bottom corner, out of the reach of Segrist and the other Dundee United defenders looking to stop that ball going in. 3-0, 2 goals for the Greek Freak, 1 for Captain Cow. Hampden Park semi-final Glasgow derby secured. How good does it get? And I don't want to stop talking about the performance because it was ruthlessly breathtaking. That is a new saying I'm going to start using from now on. A ruthlessly breathtaking. I'm a bit of a stats man. I can't lie. We're going to dissect this with a bit of stats. I do like looking at them purely because they accentuate how good of a performance, a team or a player have had. And Celtic were so strong tonight. That, without a doubt, that is one of our top performances so far this season. Both on and on the ball. Off the ball, however. Dundee United had 3 shots all match. For 40% possession, 3 shots is pretty minimal. And to make matters worse, they didn't have a single shot on goal. Not one shot. Joe Hart didn't even have to be there tonight. And we would have kept a clean sheet. Celtic had 14 shots in comparison. 7 of those were on target. That equates to practically 1 goal every 2 shots on target. It was a ruthless performance, going forward and defending. And if anyone thought we were going to be rusty after 8 days of rest, they were very wrong. We are performing the way we were performing just as we came out of the winter break. And we are playing high intensity football. You know what? I'm going to rephrase that. We have been playing high intensity, beautiful football that is setting off opposition teams with ease. And let the good times keep coming. If we can keep up this football till the end of the season, it's lights out and away we go. Not even. That's the start of the season. And here's the checkered flag because it's going to be over. But not to get ahead of ourselves, we're going to keep talking because I know I will go on a tangent if I keep talking about how good Celtic are. So we're going to talk about Georgios GIAKOUMAKIS and how the hell do we fit him into the same team as Kyogo. I know they are both completely different players. GIAKOUMAKIS, your traditional poacher, a very good poacher at it as well. And then Kyogo is just Kyogo. He's insane. And it's a great headache for Ange to have to decide who to start at striker because they both bring such different things to the table. And obviously, once Kyogo returns to the team sheet, it's a decision he's going to have to make. But for now, it isn't one. And I think we have to be playing GIAKOUMAKIS game in, game out while he's fit. He is incredible. He's a really incredible striker. He's found his form at Celtic. 1 goal is not as good for strikers. If a striker scores a goal in a game, they've done their job. If they score a second, they are going above and beyond at that point. And he has scored his 8th and 9th goal for the club in true poacher fashion, clinically picking up and finishing off stray balls. Sounds wrong, but we all know what I'm talking about. And look, I think, he's a poacher. Kyogo is the type of player to have. They're completely different. If you want my view on it, Kyogo is still clear. But for certain games, GIAKOUMAKIS may well and very well be the better option. And it's going to be, I'm going to have to trust Ange's judgment on it like I think we all are. Because we don't pick the lineup. He does. And look, third and finally, Callum freaking McGregor. He was my man of the match tonight. This morning, despite GG getting 2 goals. Easily could give it to GG, but I'm going to give it to Callum McGregor. I thought Captain Cow was so inspirational. I spoke earlier this week on the channel about how he's been recognised by his teammates as the best trainer at the team. And it's clear he's training well because the old saying does prove true. The way you train is the way you play. And he must be training absolutely exceptionally because he's putting absolutely exceptional performances on the field. He got a goal, which is a bonus in itself. He was crucial in controlling the midfield for Celtic, winning the ball back many times and really deflating the Dundee United attack and whole team for that matter. He was everywhere. He was at the back, helping support bring the ball out from goal kicks and whatnot. He was up top as well to get a shot away when he needed to, and he was a serious goal threat tonight. He got a goal. He probably should have got another when he put it past the top bins, but you can't complain. 1 goal for your CDM, that's pretty classy. And look, these knockout cup matches is exactly where you need your leaders to step up, and who better to step up and to lead by example than Callum. He kept the ball well while under pressure. I thought that was a great thing today. Whenever he was being pressed, he didn't panic. He laid off a great ball and he found Matt O'Reilly and Rio Hatate both in acres of spaces every single time. He was always there to make sure our defense wasn't outnumbered, and he was a true factor in why the stat shows that Dundee United didn't get a single shot on target, which I can't believe. But they didn't get a single shot on target all game. So Callum, he's got to get the plaudits for being a defensively incredible, plaudits for scoring a goal, being an offensive threat, plaudits for controlling the midfield and controlling the whole match, and plaudits for leading by example, as the captain should. It was a great performance from him, and he is an outstanding player and showed that in abundance tonight. So, yeah, Captain Callum McGregor, my man of the match tonight. But, like I said, it isn't a one-man... well, I haven't said it yet, but it isn't a one-man show. Thought Gigi was insane as well. I thought Juranovic, insane. I thought Starfelt, insane. I thought great team performance all around, but there were some clear standouts tonight, and I think Callum tops the lot. But that is all from me. So remember to like the video. Remember to subscribe to the channel, as it greatly supports me. And yeah, leave in the comments below your man of the match. And until next time, hail, hail.